Welcome to another short video on changes. For those unfamiliar with the change component, it allows you to understand design changes in 2D and in 3D between model versions. Today I would like to share some really exciting developments with you. You can now use the changes component within the Autodesk BIM 360 team environment. So without further ado, let's jump in with a short overview. For those unfamiliar with the Autodesk BIM 360 team environment, simply navigate to your desired project space. For this demo, I've set up a project called Version Compare. I can now see all the different models that I have within my project space. For this scenario, we are looking at the Urban House 2016 Revit model. We can also see it has 4 different versions. If I wanted to upload a new version, I would simply hit the upload button, select the file, and that would add to the version number. Now once we have the model open, as mentioned before, we have 4 versions for this model. To start using the compare tool, we simply bring down the versions flyout and hit the compare button from the header. Now this automatically presents us with a new dialog and a new tab. We can now select which version of this Revit file we want to compare. We can also select which type of view we want to compare. So for this demo purpose, we'll use the 3D architectural view. When we're ready, we can hit compare. Now we're in compare mode. Let's try and understand changes between these different versions. And we have 2 viewing modes to help us do this. Overlaid, like what we're seeing at the moment, and side by side. Both these views convey just the right amount of information to really help you understand the changes. We're currently looking at this in the 3D model context, but it works just as powerful with 2D sheets. Now changes between model versions can be overwhelming. For this reason, we wanted to introduce a simple way for customers to filter down complex results. On the right hand side of the screen there, you can see the added, removed and modified buttons. These enable you to quickly narrow down changes using these high level categories. Having those high level filter buttons is extremely useful. But what if you really want to narrow down your results? That's where disciplines come into play. If a model contains disciplines, such as this model from Revit, we're able to surface those as toggle buttons within the model changes list. So if you're only interested in changes made by the electrical engineer, or perhaps the structural engineer, simply toggle those disciplines. Now having the added, removed and modified and the disciplines are fantastic accessories to filter down your results. But we also include the ability to search and also categorize items within the standard categories that might come out of the authoring software. So we've explored the changes panel. Now let's take a closer look at some changed elements within the model. Selecting an element in the model or via the change list will bring up the information panel. This is specific to the selected element and displays the changed attributes between versions. For elements with geometric changes, we've also included the ability to visualize them in model. Finally, quickly scroll through your changes using the provided header arrows. I hope you've enjoyed this brief demonstration of the diff component within the Autodesk BIM 360 team environment. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you very much.